Good morning, everybody. This is going to be a tutorial video going over how you can scrape people that are visiting your website and turn them into book demos for you and your company. We're going to be using tools like RB2B and Clay, and I'm going to walk through an example of how we did that, how we're implementing this, and how it's working so far. And this will actually put crack inside of your campaign. So without further ado, let's hop into it. My name is Ryan Bryden, by the way. If you don't know who I am, I run a demand gen agency called Breakout Creatives. I'm also a partner at a capital raising firm called Apex Ascension. We do everything outbound, everything cold email for mainly companies in the software space, a few agencies as well, and things like that. But let's hop right into this. What is RB2B? If you haven't heard of this tool before, so what this does is basically you connect, you add a header onto your website, whatever you're using, and then you connect it to your Slack channel. And what it does is basically not every single time, but there's certain parameters that it has to have. But when somebody comes and checks out your site, it will give you something like this, and it gives you a little report on visitor identity for people checking out your site. So it'll give you their name, it'll give you the company that they're from. Sometimes it'll give you their email, and it will give you their LinkedIn profile as well. And so this is, I don't think it's real time, but I believe it's about a 15 to 30 minute delay, which is still quick, of when somebody has checked out your site. So here's an example that I got this morning, I think it was. So this is somebody, Trish. It gives me their full name, their company, gives me the title, their company name, their email, their LinkedIn, everything about them, everything about them. So really valuable info, if you're using this correctly, right? Now, I want to show you what we did for a client of ours. So we had somebody come to us, one of our clients we've been doing work with for a long, long, long time, and they recently implemented this onto their site, and they wanted to find a way to, do outreach to these people, some kind of personalized sequence to try to turn these website visitors into demos, right? So I'm gonna hop into Clay and show you the exact table that we use to build this, because I think it's pretty cool and it's working so far. So I'll go into Clay. I'll be on a second. Inside of Clay with the exact table that we used, for this client of mine. So what they gave me is they just gave me the email addresses of everybody that was coming from their RB2B. I think there was like 30 or 40 of them. So I threw these into here. I found the root domain for these people, just enriched them quickly as companies, found their file. And then what I wanted to do is I wanted to show that this was personalized. I wanted to try to tie in my client's solution to the companies that we were reaching out to. So I went into Claygent, which is the AI web scraper thing that Clay has. And I told it to give me like a 2 to 10 word description of the company. And then this is a pretty good prompt to put in that I use a lot and it works pretty well. Is saying the output should be able to fit seamlessly into a sentence of, since it looks like your team is focused on blank. I find when you give it a sentence that it has to fit into, it does a good job, and it did do a great job, right? So we have all these examples right here, that show and that tie into, the product that our client sells into, these companies, and how we can tie those together. And then what we did is, this is a Eric Nowoswalski idea, and we use the first name of somebody in their company. So what we ended up doing is, again, we used Claygent, and I told it to go to their LinkedIn, I think it was, and I said find the first name of another person working in the marketing division. So I said try to find CMO, try to find head of marketing, VP of marketing, marketing director, something like that, and give me just their first name, right? So once it did that, we used this in the call to action, and it was basically like, something, something, something. And then I said, can I send a calendar invite to you, or would first name be a better, or be more relevant for something like this? And then it would fail with Susan or Keisha or Kate, Heather, whatever it was, right? And so that was pretty cool, I thought. So those are the main two enrichments that we ran inside of Clay. There's probably a lot more cooler stuff that you can do. That's just what we did. I'm gonna pop back to Canva and we'll finish this off. Honestly, this contact list was pretty small. I think it was only 30 or 40 contacts. But in the first day, we had this response, which was, hi, our client's name. Thanks for reaching out. I came across their product. or vetting a podcast opportunity for a client, blah, blah, blah. I'd be happy to connect and learn more. Can we touch base then? No need to reach out to Heather. I can relay the information, which I thought was kind of funny because Heather was the name, was that first name that we mentioned inside of the email, but booked a call for his day here, which was pretty cool. So I think long term with this, I think there's so much that you can do, especially if you're a company or if you have a website that gets a lot of traffic. I mean, it's you're almost missing out a lot by not having this enabled. And they have a free version. And this is not a promotion for RB2B. I'm just saying I think it's pretty cool. And there's probably a lot of stuff that you can automate a lot more simple than what we did here. And less manual stuff. So I would highly recommend doing so. I think this can do a lot to campaigns. And if you can find a way to be running stuff that's completely outbound, yes, but then also have this kind of inbound led outbound idea that people are kind of talking about, could be a huge idea. So if you want this implemented for you and your company, you can check out what we do here at Breakout Creatives. Can definitely get this set up for you. Pretty simple. And if not, make sure to like and subscribe this video for more things on outbound, cold email, B2B sales, the whole nine. I hope this helps. Hope this is kind of interesting. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Have a good one.